What's going on, people? It's the Bear here, and I want to talk to y'all again. The launch of the PlayStation Now has happened, and there are some people that are pleased with this thing here, playing unlimited games for limited PS3 games, and soon to be PS1 games and PS2 games for $19-20 a month. But there are others who are disappointed about the price. So I wanted to remind those who's disappointed about the price. I wanted to tell y'all a little something, okay? Blockbuster, I don't know if they still have this or not. I guess maybe they do or whatever. Blockbuster has a thing where um, for $20 a month you get like three game rentals or something like that, or three DVD rentals, and that was like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people flew over to Blockbuster.com and started using their rental thing, and $20 a month didn't matter. That was cool to them, but when it comes to PlayStation, it's like $20 a month is that's kind of messed up, whatever. But I gotta tell you like this. I mean, digital download is the future. If that's the reason why a lot of people are complaining about this thing here, let me tell you something from my experience. I'd rather have digital downloaded games than I'd rather have this. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes you get the glitches with the digital download and stuff like that, but you don't have to worry about this being scratched up. And that's the problem that I usually have when I buy a disc for a game, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I have right now, I have an Xbox 360 and I have a Nintendo Wii. Okay? With all the games that I have for the Xbox 360, all the discs that I have for the Xbox 360, a lot of them are scratched up and all. I'm playing more on my Nintendo Wii, playing the virtual console games. I won't buy a game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now I know this may disappoint a lot of Wii fans and all that. I'm not gonna buy none of your Wii wares and stuff like that. Playing with the nunchuck and all. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact of the matter is that I'm an old school gamer. I'm 30. I'm about to be 37 years old. I'm more of an old school gamer than anything else. So I'd rather play old school games, especially if they're on digital disc. I'd rather play some old school games or games that's on the as a digital copy than playing this. Than playing this. I'd rather have the digital copy of a game. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so to get on to my point, okay, I am, I like the whole idea of $20 a month and play all the PS3 games and the PS2 games. What I'm really looking forward into this thing is I want to play the PS2 and the PS1 games. There's a lot of PS2 and PS1 games, like Hard Eight Time said, that I haven't played myself. I haven't beaten myself. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get into them. There's a whole lot. I can't even mention it all. The Metal Gear Solid series and stuff. That's just to name, some of the games. I really did like the old school games of the PlayStation era. I really did. You know what I'm saying? I may get into, as for now, if I was to buy a PS3 or PS4, as for now, I would have no choice but to get that PS3 to play the PS3 games. But I can't wait until they come up with the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 games because like I said, there's some games I haven't played, and I didn't buy too many games when I had a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. I didn't buy too many of them the games. And they had a whole library for, and I don't have to worry about this being scratched up. That is something, I could pay $20 a month for unlimited games that's within the PlayStation Now library. I can do that. I have no problem with that. I was doing that with Blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? But people that have GameFly, let me talk about this too. People that have GameFly, or memberships to GameFly, you are getting only one game or one DVD a month for close to that $20. You know what I'm saying? And then you play the game, you send the game back within. Now for me, it took almost a week for them to ship a game. I'm not lying. I'm not putting GameFly down. It's a great company, but I have to say this: when I shipped the game after I was done with it, okay, it took almost a week for them to ship me another a game back, and it wasn't the game that was on top of my queue list. It was a game that was like in the middle or something, like a game that I didn't even want. You know, it's all about what's available with GameFly. You know what I'm saying? And that was the problem that I had with that service, because it was like I wanted to play these games at the top, but they was never available. So they had to ship a game that was available, and I didn't even want. And they kept, GameFly kept telling me to make sure to keep games in your queue list and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But the games that I had in my queue list, the games that was towards the bottom in the middle, I didn't even want those games. But they had to ship what was available. And that's the thing, that's the downfall with GameFly. Now, like I said, I'm not downing GameFly for nothing like that, because people are still paying the monthly membership and stuff like that. But I know they're having problems when they were trying to get these games that's on the top of the list, but they only get the games that's towards the middle or towards the bottom and all. So PlayStation Now, you get what you see, and you get that game right away. It's a digital download. You know what I'm saying? I think that GameFly may have something like that with the DRMs and whatnot. But this is good to me. I'm going to tell you how good it is to me. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to trade in my Xbox 360 and get a PS3 just so I can check this thing out myself. Microsoft don't have nothing like this. You know, I will tell you, Sony is doing pretty good things. Now, I know in a few videos I made, I did kind of dog about the PS4 and whatnot, and Microsoft and Sony still have to fix those servers and stuff like that for these hackers that just cut down doing the DDoS attacks and the stuff like that. Microsoft and Sony still have to do something about that, because that should not be happening with all the money that you do get. But Microsoft don't have nothing like this. I wish they did. If they did have something like this, I would stick on over to my 360. But I'm changing over to the PS3. And, I've been with Microsoft since 2000. When did the original Xbox come out, when they had the Halo 2? I think it was 2002, something like that. I've been with Microsoft for a very, very, very long time. So it's not time for me to switch over, and I don't want to disappoint, Xbox fans. If you are some of my subscribers and stuff like that, just understand. If Microsoft has something like this, this will be big for Microsoft. They don't have nothing like this, and they should have stuff like this, because the games that they're selling right now on the games on demand, the older games and stuff, come on, it's still high. $20 for Saints Row, or that. Come on, man. That's just an example. That's like 15 or 20 or something like that. That should not be. That's the first Saints Row. Perfect Dark Zero and all. I mean, come on. I'm thinking $5, something like that. It's Microsoft. It's all about making money. Why can't you do something like what Sony is doing and do, an Xbox Now or something like that? Why can't you do something like that? Why can't you do something like Netflix is doing? Sony took advantage. They say, hey, this is going to be good. You're going to have PS3 games, and soon you're going to have PS1 and PS2 games to play. All for $20 a month. It's the same thing as Netflix. Microsoft should have been jumped on that. But no, it's all about money to them. It's all about, and I'm not dogging Microsoft, because like I said, I've been with Microsoft since 2002. But they should do something like this in the future, Microsoft, seriously, because y'all should. The fans deserve that kind of thing. I think it's a great deal. But anyway, So I'm gonna check this out. I don't know. I might keep my Xbox because I do have a bunch of games uh, for the Xbox. I do have a bunch of games, and I might keep it. I might just have my Nintendo Wii, my Xbox 360, and my PS3. And I might just switch back and forth. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I really, really, really am interested in jumping into the PS3 and seeing about this PlayStation Now and all because it seems like a really good deal. And I use Netflix a lot, so I know exactly how the PlayStation Now is going to be. And I think this is going to be a good thing, especially when they have more titles coming and those PS2 and PS1 games, like old school gamers want to play, like me. They want to play those old school games. This is going to be a great service. So I can't wait. So yeah, I think I don't think the price is bad at all. Like I said before, Blockbuster was $20 net for 3 game rental on a monthly basis. GameFly is 1 game rental for almost $20. So this is a good deal. And I think a lot more people should be jumping on it like I'm going to. So anyway, this is my review. This is my thoughts, my opinion, whatever you want to call it. And don't get mad at me, Microsoft fans and stuff, because I do like my Xbox and all. But if Microsoft did have something like this, I would probably still be sticking with the 360. But Microsoft needs to stop thinking about all this money that they can get, especially for those old games on the digital download. I'm just saying, y'all. So anyway, this the Bear, and thanks for listening to my rants, and I'll have more videos down the line. All right, peace out.